First and foremost for ourselves, it was obviously a really good result, which takes us into the semis. Going back to obviously where I played for the last 4 years, bit strange and different, but nice to see some familiar faces. And most importantly, we're getting the result. I think we showed a couple of different sides to our game Monday night, especially in the first half and the second. You've seen the flip. So no, overall, I think we're obviously really happy with it.
Tell us what difference that's made to the environment and the mood around St Johnstone this week, because it's huge for the club, is it not?
No, it's massive. I think, take away the game on Monday, I think previous to that the form's been pretty good, and it's put us into a position where it's a lot more competitive, which is how we wanted it. Obviously going into the last stretch of the season, but of course it's going to be great. We're at semi-final at Hampden National Stadium. It's going to be really good for the players, staff, and everyone connected with the club.
Can it give you the boost that's needed to stay in the league, or was it needed at all?
No, I don't think it was needed. Like I said, I think the form previous to Monday night was relatively good and pretty positive, and put ourselves in a better position than we had been maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago. So again, it gives us another wee lift going into the weekend, but we know it's obviously back to league game, and that's obviously most importantly, and that's what we've got our sights set on.
You've got a month to wait until Hampden. Have you able to put it in the back burner now, because you've got 4 huge league matches coming up before the split?
I think so. I think obviously Monday night you enjoy it. Tuesday, you recover a bit, and then it's kind of done after that. I think it's out of the players' minds now. After probably Tuesday, your full focus is Saturday, Aberdeen at home. Obviously they've picked up in form as well. Difficult game, but we're at home, and like I said, our form's been relatively strong, so we look forward to it.
They've been an up and down team of the season, though, haven't they, Aberdeen? After an amazing start, a huge dip, but they seem to be back on stretch again.
Well, like you said, I think their last kind of 2, 3, 4 results probably have been really positive for themselves, and like I said, started the season really well, outstanding. Went through a difficult period, but they seem to have on the up again recently, so it's going to be difficult. Again, I think it makes for a good game. Two teams in relatively good form, so makes for a good one, and we look forward to it.
Finally for me then, there's a lot of new players in this squad. Are they just starting to bed into this now, do you think? A lot of players that came in January, for example.
Maybe I think naturally it probably takes a wee bit of time. I think the manager spoke about in terms of we've not really got the luxury of having time on our side to bed players in or that. I think we had to hit the ground running with the new signings that came in. I think they've done really well. Each and every one of them, they've came in at different times and different games, and done really well, and certainly helped the squad. It's made it a lot more competitive. You're having to really fight for your jersey there. Obviously I found myself at the team for 2 or 3 games as well. So like I said, once you get in, it's up to you to keep that shirt in. We keep moving forward.
Jason, you said you didn't feel like you needed the cup win to improve things in the league, but what do you think it can do for you going forward in the league for the?
Well, like I said, I think the game we showed more than one side to ourselves. The first half we probably backs against the walls a wee bit. We found ourselves under a lot of pressure, and then getting at half time and reset a bit, and I think we improved second half. So I think that gives us positive signs that going forward in the next league games, that if we are under pressure at any point in games, we can deal with it and ride it out, and we know that we can come out the other side, so that's a positive we can take from it.
And you have gained a lot of ground in the league in recent weeks. At one point you looked really cut adrift. I mean, how much do you believe this squad has it in them to get out of this position?
No, I think there is a lot of belief. I think, like you said, at one point there was a lot of doubt surrounding the club's future in the top flight, I suppose. But the belief never wavered throughout the squad. I think it's always been strong. We've always knew the messages and the ideas that the manager's trying to implement on the pitch. I think you can see that coming into the games and coming into fruition, and it's just about finishing the season strong. There's massive games coming up, so we've gave ourselves a chance. We know it's just a chance that we've got. We've still a lot of work to do, so we're well aware of that.
And you of course face Aberdeen this weekend, and then it's quite a tough run of fixtures you have. How important is it that you take something from this game on Saturday?
I think it is. I think you look at it, it's a game at home. Naturally, any home game you want to pick up points, you want to make this a difficult place to come, and it's probably not been as difficult a place to come as we would have hoped at the start of the season. So we do obviously look into any game you'd want to take maximum points. So we'll look to do that because, like you say, there's difficult games coming up.
Just a quick one from myself. Obviously, you spoke about the positive results the last few games, and just how important is it to sort of keep that momentum going these last sort of run of games just before the split? When given how tight the league is, it's going to be really tight last sort of run of games.
No, it is that. I think momentum in football's key, really. If you can build a bit of momentum and start building on good performances and putting points on the board, it really helps. The mood on the training pitch around the place, it can help. Like I said, we've gave ourselves a better chance than we had 4 or 5 weeks ago, so that's a positive. And all we can do is keep doing what we're doing, and hopefully we can pick up as many points as we can to give ourselves a chance.
Sound Radio.